Good morning guys. Today I'm at a Majestic Reserve here, which is just outside of Toodyay. So I'm going to be doing a small hike, which apparently is hard. I don't know, I've never done it before. And it is to go up to see the Majestic Heights lookout, which is, I'm assuming, on top of the hill up there. This reserve here at the bottom of the parking lot, which is the only bit I've been to. I was here yesterday when Matt and I actually came up to Toodyay, and this bottom of the reserve is absolutely covered in everlastings. So I'd like to see how many more we can find as we're walking up the hill as well. So this particular trail, it's not actually a marked trail, but if you go to the Toodyay Visitor Centre, they will give you a map and show you where to go. It says it's 4Ks, but it also says difficult, else there's no trail markers. And it also just says the trail is a 5 break, so that's fine. Mind you, I did notice when I had a little walk around here yesterday, one of the trees do have a trail marker on it, so maybe there's some very old trail markers. I mean, you gotta admit, this is stunning, isn't it? Okay, let's go. So we've got Wildflowers on this side, and then is it canola? I think this is canola. Maybe they've escaped from someone's farm. Even got morning stars as well. So I haven't even got far yet, but I think it's going to take me a while to walk this trail. Not because of the difficulty or anything like that, just because there is so much to look at. I can't believe how many everlastings there are. It's beautiful. I've come up to a spot just a little way up the hill here where you can see behind me here there obviously was a big fire that came through. Fire or burn off, I'm not 100% sure. Sorry, that was just a stick I stood on. But it's pretty cool how you can see, even though that happened, there's still plenty of growth. Eucalyptus trees, most trees here in Australia, actually love fire, and it helps them to regenerate. Oh, I can see some purple. Let's go have a look at it, see what it is. Purple daisies. There's only a couple. There is a third one here, but they do look very pretty. And then I noticed there is another plant here that has the same ones, but oh, my shadow's in the way. These ones are a little bit more sun bleached. Hopefully I can catch some of it on camera. But yeah, there's lots of birds out. And they're very loud. Mating season, I think. All the little male birds putting on a show for their missus. I see I have a small road to cross here. Just a small one. Hopefully there's no cars coming. I don't see anyone. So many of these. You can see we have a few little galahs up in the tree there. Hello! Over here, there's a bee's nest somewhere. Whoop. Where the trail goes that way. Okay, so I'm about to start heading up this hill here. Something tells me it's going to be steep. Oh, no butterflies. I found the trail marker. Okay, just before I go up the hill here, I've just spotted 2 enamel orchids. I haven't even started walking up the hill yet, and I've just spotted so many beautiful flowers. Let me show you. These little tinsels. people coming down the hill. So I am still seeing the everlastings up this way, but as you can see, they're almost at the end of their life here because I am right at the very end of the season, and these are going to seed pretty soon. So inside there is hundreds of seeds, and just like other daisies, you know, where they do that little dandelion thing and you go, yeah, they just scatter everywhere. Beautiful. So the other one was a silky blue. This one is blue china. Even though it kind of looks purple, it's called blue china. Beautiful. I have almost made it to the top of the hill here. I do see another little field of wildflowers, so I'm going to stop and have a little sticky beak. But I did also just get bitten by a March fly. It's not even March. They're those flies that like to bite you. Very annoying. Ooh, this is actually a lookout in itself. Let me show you. Whoa. Holy crap. There is like a teepee house up there. One of those like A-framed ones. Pink and green should never be seen. Came up with that because that is not true. Pink and green looks fantastic. This is me being really careful with the way I walk. I'm walking through this field, but don't worry, I'm only standing on rocks, so I'm not squishing any flowers. The pathway does keep going just a little bit further up the hill, so let's go have a look, because I think that actually takes me to the proper lookout. So I just come from here, and there is a little T-junction here, but oh, I've lost it now. The pamphlet that I got from the Toodyay Visitor Centre did say follow the NBN tower, and oh, you can't see it. Behind those trees is a phone tower. You can just see it there, there's the phone tower, but check this out. Cowslips. I don't know. Ah, there we go, look. Interesting. Go that way and see. I'm trying to work out, was I at the top of the trail before? Or does this just lead me to people's houses? Because that's someone's driveway. Okay, I feel a little bit silly now. I didn't need to walk up that extra section. I wouldn't have seen the cowslips if I didn't. But turns out that lookout that I was at was the lookout. Yeah, I suppose that's why it says it's not signed. Now I'm too slow because before I turn my camera on, I just saw a bungaroo go into the bush here. They camouflage really well though. I think people just call it a goanna. Well, I think it's time for me to start walking down the hill now, and something tells me this one is going to be a little bit slippery, but very easy. Okay, don't get me wrong, that hike is fun, but it is a little bit challenging, and even though it's not that far, there's a lizard in there. But this section here at the very beginning is absolutely stunning. So if you're here in springtime, you don't actually have to walk all the way up unless you want to see the view, but this section here right at the beginning, oh my god, Instagram photos for days. To where I parked my car, but before I leave, I gotta get back to those flowers. Hang on 1 minute. I needed the pit stop. If you didn't watch my last video, I came here yesterday with my partner Maddie, and we came in here and we took some beautiful flowers. We took some beautiful pictures of the flowers, but there was a spot over here and it was even better. We came here yesterday and that little hole there, I parked my bum right there. And now it looks like so pretty, but I think it actually looks better when you see it now. Oh, there are some orchids in there as well. I must say, I'm starting to look just as pink as the flowers. Same day, and now we are going to check out the panorama view. I have left my car up at the top of the hill here. I think technically this is where the Shire said that you can park your car, but I don't know, the road down didn't exactly look Commodore friendly. I really need to get myself a four-wheel drive, don't I? Apparently this one is just a 1 kilometer walk. I may look very hot because I had just finished doing that other walk, but I think this one shouldn't be too bad. We are going up a hill, but the hill doesn't look that strong and like as in steep. And I did have a quick look on the little pamphlet that I got from the Toodyay Visitor Centre, and even that one doesn't say it's that hard. I think it just says medium, but it also just says 1 kilometer. So, and hopefully I get a panoramic view. So apparently once upon a time in this reserve here, it was used for logging, and then also they took some of the minerals from the ground, like different rock deposits and all that kind of stuff for mining, but then they decided to stop that because they, I don't know, some reason they decided to turn this one into a nature reserve. For good reason though, because this place does look absolutely stunning. The majority is not really the small little wildflowers that you see. It's actually the big eucalyptus trees, because apparently there's quite abundance of different type of eucalyptus trees in this area. And if I can find it, I did see one near where I parked my car. I might have to show you that one. But there is a type of eucalyptus tree that grows the largest type of gum nut. They would have already gone to seed, so unfortunately the flowers would not be in them. I think I have some footage from Kings Park, but it looks like I'm not far off the end of the trail here. I haven't even made it to the end of the trail here, but I'm glad that I stopped because there is such an abundance of tiny little wildflowers right underneath the eucalyptus trees. I almost walked past these. Check it out. How beautiful are those? And then I noticed there are some trigger lilies just over there. I was standing here for a bit and then I just noticed there's a trail marker. So I'm just going to walk down the hill there and see what that's all about. Okay, so I walked all the way to the end and this is kind of it. So I'm going to make a guess that they named it Panoramic Views when the trees were little. But the walk around here is actually really nice and you do get a little bit of a view, but the trees are kind of in the way. So the trail marker that goes that way, but I think I can do a shortcut and have a look over this side. I did a little Googling and apparently this ridge that's right in here used to be a train line once upon a time. But I've noticed, I think I can walk around because there's a fence pole there. I might be able to stand up to the border of Old Mate's farm there and get the view. I wouldn't call it very panoramic, but it's still pretty. Okay, I'll head back. I'm wondering if that's one of those hip camp locations. Some areas definitely look a lot greener than others. So what I see is just like a whole lot of new growth. Remember a couple of years ago, I have a lot of viewers that are American. Remember a couple of years ago when it was like, oh my god, the whole of Australia is on fire. Yeah, that did actually happen. There was a big bushfire up in Toodyay. There was fires everywhere actually. Because Australian bushland loves fire, you actually see a lot of new growth. And that's why there's so many little shrubs, like these ones. Remember in my other video, when Matt and I popped into that crystal store, and so yeah, here in Western Australia, we have so much calcite, smoky quartz, I think people call this one. Or is the smoky quartz the grey one? No, that's the grey one. This is the pink one. It's very, well, when the sun shines on it in the right angle. Let me see if I can zoom in. Very pink. Yep, we have so much of it. But the interesting thing was, when we went to that crystal store, I was listening to the lady, she was speaking to someone else, and she mentioned some guy that she knows of that goes off looking for crystals in this area. And from my understanding, from the way she was saying it, it's like illegal mining. Because you're not really supposed to be taking like rocks and minerals and stuff like that unless you have a miner's license. It'd be interesting to know if what she is saying was the truth. But yes, there is lots of beautiful rocks. You can't take it. If I saw a fantastic one though, I would. Oops, I don't really know all the geology. I should have learned it, but yeah, there's so much. I do know is the calcite comes from the minerals from limestone. So obviously in Perth we are a coastal regional area, and yes, we have so much limestone that we don't know what to do with it. And then right next to us we also have the red dirt, and it's over that way a bit further. Technically that's just like weed covering, but yeah, the red dirt actually comes from iron. There is my car. Okay, this one's not as big because the tree is still a baby. It actually kind of looks like it's been spray painted silver, but it's not. And there's a donginach. But usually, like at the start of the season, they grow these beautiful flowers. So because they have finished, I'll just show you a picture of what they look like. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, just not in season. I'm too late. They finished. I thought I had some footage of the correct type of eucalyptus tree, but it turns out I was wrong. But this one here I did come across in Kings Park in Perth City. It is very beautiful, but it just gives you an idea of what the gumnuts look like when they go into flower. That was my day here up at Majestic Heights here in Toodyay. Have you come? Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye!